everyone thinks of smart homes, they think of smart light bulbs like this right here, because you can get them everywhere. You can go to Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon, you can go everywhere and get light bulbs. But this is just the bottom of the barrel when it comes to smart home devices. Don't get me wrong whenever I say that the light bulbs is bottom of the barrel, because what I mean by bottom of the barrel is just they're everywhere. You can get these things, just a dime a dozen pretty much everywhere now for it. But taking it up a notch, obviously I'm sitting right here in the middle of my kitchen and I got my window open right here behind me. So in this box right here, we got some smart shades. But these right here are made by SmartWave, and they did provide these blinds right here for me to do a video. These things are very customizable. I had to go on their website and I had to customize for my window or to my liking. The one I have is actually a dual shade. So I have a shade in the back and then I have a blackout in the front. They've been sitting over here for about a week now, and I'm ready to get these things installed. So let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need a drill, because these things are packed pretty good. So there's screws that are holding this together. I don't know if they're holding the blinds together, but I know it's holding the box together. So let's go ahead and take it apart. Not only do these work with Google and Alexa, but they also come with a remote. Let's go ahead and open it up, look at it real quick. So there's the remote right there. It comes with a little holder where you can put this onto the wall, and then this will slide there. That way you can actually control it from the remote as well, which is also a really nice feature to see from companies like this right here, because not all the time do you have access, or if the internet went out or anything happened, you still need to be able to control your blinds or your devices. So this right here is really, really nice to see. Then you get your good old user manual. You get your installation kit. So this one right here comes with 2 cable for plugging it in, because I have the dual shade. So the dual shade, again, I have a blackout in the front and a shade in the back. So at nighttime I can drop that blackout and nothing can come in, the shade in the back in the blackout. And then during the day I can just raise the blackout and still have a shade on my window. So I have what they call a dual motor, is the design one that I wanted, that I got to pick off their website. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take out my old curtains. And as you see, I get a lot of natural light. So I have 3 different cameras in here, and I have to keep adjusting all of them because I have that much natural light in here. So, which again is another reason why I wanted these to be the first smart home blinds that I've gotten. All right, so when you're on their website, you get to choose what you want. So you can go inner to inner, which I did not. I went outer to outer. That way, in case I ever move, I can take these with me. That's going to be my big reason why I did mine that way. So I did go from outer to outer. That way they go on the outside of my window. Okay, so very important. Do not put the batteries in the remote until after you have everything hooked up. They clearly state that here, so don't do that. If you do, you have the possibility of damaging your blinds. So you got these little bitty stickers that go over right here. Do not take these off neither until they're already set up. It says do not set them up, because again, something might fall, something might happen, and you have the chance of messing them up. Okay, so on the brackets, they are push tabs. So once you get these installed, you got to make sure that these are correct, because what's going to happen is whenever you slide the blinds up, they're going to go in and then click down and hold up. And if you ever need to take them down, you're going to push up on them, pull out, and come back out. So yes, very nice design. I like to see that design right there. And then just a quick check with your level to make sure everything is level. Mine is directly in the center. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get the remote, put the batteries in, and there is some programming right here on the back of the remote right here. So we're going to go ahead and put it in pair mode. It's a P. It says P on it. Go ahead and hold it down. I think I heard the motors. Look at that. Man, look at that. That's nice. All right, real quick, this is future me here. I was going through some of the editing of the video and noticed that I left a couple things out. Let me get a sip of my hot cocoa. Man, it is cold outside. I'm here in South Texas. We got a little cold snap coming in. I know some of y'all that are in other places. I mean, y'all gonna be like, this ain't nothing, but we're getting down to like 34 tonight. I'm getting me just a little bit of hot cocoa. All right, so on the remote, what we have a U, we have a D, we have an R, and we have a P. So P, of course, is gonna be for programming. Then we have a U for up, a D for down, and an R for reset. So that's there on the controller. I didn't say that earlier in the video whenever I was talking about the controller. All right, so also at the point of the video that you're watching right now, you're going to see the two cables hanging down. That's only to charge these. These things, they charge, and then that's it. They're all, everything's wireless. You just got to charge the motors in them. And also with the charging, you can buy a little bitty solar charger that you can put inside the window and charge it up where you don't ever have to worry about it ever charging. You set it and forget it. Really, really nice. Now let's go ahead and get back to the video. Here's the outside, the blackout curtain. I mean, that's super, it's very quiet. You can barely hear this thing. It's so quiet. Look at that. Nobody can see in. You can't see out. Look at that. And on the remote, you have 1 or 2, 3, 4. You have different ones you can control. So let me go to 3. There's nothing there because there's not a 3. Go to 4, nothing there. Go to 5, nothing there. Go to 6, nothing there. Go to 0. They're both going to come up right now. I'm going to go ahead and hit pause. And then it'll pause it right there. I'm going to go ahead and go back down. Okay, so if you go over, now I'm going to hit 1. So I'm going to go to 1, and I'm going to go up with 1. And it's only the blackout curtain now that's going up. So whenever I program everything with my Matter, because these are Matter as well, I mean, these things connect to everything. Google, Alexa, Matter, SmartThings, Apple. I mean, there's so many things that you can connect this thing to. Look at that, that is nice. So now, like, again, I'm still gonna put curtains on. And of course, like I said, don't worry about any little holes that you did mess up, or like these right here came out before. I gotta get me a new curtain rod to go around this, and so I can still have my curtains in here. I still want my curtains. So, but yeah, that's gonna be really, that's really, really nice right there. 100% nice, very easy. There is some other buttons in here too. There's a U, a D, an R, and a P. I don't know what those are. We'll go through it here in a little bit when I go through the app. Or should I say, if there is an app. I don't know if there's an app or not just yet because they are Matter. They might just connect to Alexa whenever I open up Alexa and search and scan the Matter code. But I'm going to assume that there's an app. That way we can tell if it's fully charged or whatever. Or maybe that's just through the Alexa app. But we're going to find out here in just a sec. Okay, so before we get to the app, it doesn't have its own app. So you have to use Alexa, Google, or your Home Assistant, Apple, whatever, or SmartThings. There's a couple of them. But there's a little button right here, and it says to push it to put it into pair mode. So you push it and hold it. So there's an orange light blinking. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to my Alexa app. All right, so the first thing I'm going to say is be careful whenever you're hitting this little reset button here. It's you can cause yourself some big problems. I guess I held it down too long and I got everything out of sync, and that took me a little bit. And again, your user manual will be your best friend when it comes to especially that right there. So like this right here, it's hanging a little lower than this side here is. This is how they come. If I want to, I can make this one come all the way up too. I can make it where it stops right here, and I can put different programs on the remote as well to do that, which is really cool. Now we got to put this into pairing mode for our Matter device, like your Google, your Alexa, so on and so on. Okay, so I'm going to be in my app. I'm going to go to my Alexa app right now. And I'm going to go ahead and hit add. Then we're going to hit device. And then we're going to look for blind. Here's the blinds. We're going to put other. And we're going to hit Matter. Okay, now we're going to stop right there. So me, I have a dual motor, so I got to do this to each one of my motors. So it says in the manual that you tap this little button 3 times. So toothpick for me is really good. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And now I am flashing green right now. It's just a light green. So I'm going to go ahead and click yes on the phone. And now I'm going to get up here and I'm going to scan my QR code. All right, so when you push it 3 times and then it starts flashing green, if it's not pairing, go ahead and tap it 3 more times to come off of it. Let it reset, do its thing, go back to where it once was. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to pair from the remote, because apparently we can set this into Matter mode on the remote as well. So what you do is you hold the up and the down button at the same time. Okay, so right now it's supposed to be in pair mode, so now what you do is you're supposed to hit the stop button or the pause button. Okay, so it's flashing, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to connect it on the app again. So when we're in the Alexa app, now what we want to do is we want to click on Other and then click Matter. Now that you're on Matter, what we're going to do is you need to scan your QR code. So if you see, it was pretty easy putting it on there. Now, if you're like me and you got dual shades, there is two QR codes. You need to make sure you're using the correct one for that. Alexa, close blinds. So I told her to close them, and look, she's opening them. So is it closed for up at the top versus the other? So Alexa works and does what you ask her to do as far as opening and closing. But it's just opposite though. Open's not open and close isn't closed. Me personally, close would be you close them, open would be you open them. They're really nice. They block everything out, which is really, really nice. I already have double pane windows, so this is gonna help even more keep a lot of that heat out during the day. Or if I want to kill it to right here, however I want to do it, it's gonna be really, really nice to do. So the smart shades work like they're supposed to work. The only thing that don't really work is the Alexa app, and it does work. It's only the up is down and down is up. Other than that, I haven't had no problems. I've been using them now for about a week, and I wanted to make sure before I gave my full honest opinion on these to give it a week or so, see how everything works, and everything works just flawlessly on these things. I'm really liking that blackout. I like that I can close that blackout down whenever I'll set it halfway basically, and especially in the evenings, I'm on a main road. When people drive down, they can see my windows face right here. They can see directly in my house. So that's gonna be my only bad thing for me is now I want 5 more of these because I want them for all the windows now. So my pocket's gonna be empty here pretty soon. So hopefully they have some good Christmas sales coming on. But yeah, all in all, I mean, this is really and truly if you're trying to really get your home smart, this is one of them smart devices that just goes way beyond just a light like this right here. Any of these lights behind me, or a light bulb. Like Alexa, turn on office. So there we go. I got some lights on in the office, and I mean, this goes the shades go just beyond that. And I'm gonna try to get a whole home automation going on. If you made it this far, thank you. I do appreciate it. I don't have that many subscribers on this channel. I am coming from Thomas with Tomology. I'll go ahead and put that right here. There'll be a link down in the description down below as well. I'm moving all my smart home devices and all my smart tech and gadgets over to this channel right here. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully, y'all got some insight out of this. These things are awesome, especially to go into smart home. So I'm going to be bringing smart locks, a lot of things that are on my other channel. I will be bringing them back here as well on this channel. And then all the new stuff is all going to be coming here. But I'm Thomas, so Thomas reviews everything because I want to review everything. I want to know if it's worth my money. And if it's worth my money, I know it's worth your money. So don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch y'all on the next one.